Hey guys, Kid Resell here, back at you with another garage sale video. Today we're going to go to 7 garage sales. Let's see what we can find at them.
This is garage sale number 1 for this video. There's a couple items to pick up: Pokemon Soul Silver, Pokemon Coliseum GameCube, a GameCube, and then a couple plush. And I also don't show a couple items I'm going to talk about in the summary that I've already sold. This was a garage sale, a state sale slash garage sale that was run by like the family, I believe, or I think it was the realtor was actually running it. Unfortunately, the family actually had a murder-suicide at this house, so I don't really show the inside of the house just out of respect to the family. I do show a little bit at the last clip, but there's a bunch of video game stuff, and I did buy some, obviously. But I didn't pick up a lot of those PlayStation games you saw. They were all empty cases, unfortunately. I probably should have just picked everything up and said, what's the price you want for all of it? Because it was pretty cheap. The GameCube was $3. Pokemon Coliseum was $1. The game was free. The game case was free, so it's a bunch of VHS. So I'm going to go in the house briefly, but I'm not going to stay in there very long just because I don't want to show. I don't know where it actually happened, but here's a summary of what everything sold.
So garage sale stop number 1 was very good. I already sold a decent amount of these items. Y'all saw the case, Nintendo for Pokemon. I think it's Pokemon Silver or Crystal. I'm not sure what version it was. Silver $34.99 plus $4 shipping. It was just the case, not the game. Just the case. There was no game in there. I also sold Pokemon Coliseum for the GameCube for $103 plus shipping. That sold on Amazon, so I'm not sure I'm going to have the comp to show. The GameCube sold for like $38 plus shipping. And then I also sold a dragon plush that I got. I don't think I showed it in the clip, but it sold for $55 free shipping on Mercari. Now, it did cost a decent amount to ship, but it still sold for $55 plus shipping. I know, $55 free shipping. And then I also sold a Nemo snow globe thing, aquarium. I'm going to show that here. That sold for $84.99 plus $15 shipping. So really good sale there. Unfortunately, like I talked about in the voiceover, that house was basically right across the street from my parents' house, and there was some unfortunate situations that happened there, as it's talked about in the voiceover. I'm not going to go into that, which is why I didn't really film much inside the house. But yeah, that's it for garage sale stop number 1. Probably $200 to $300 in profit from that one sale, and also one item sold for $100. Can't go wrong there. I also actually got a hose reel for my own house at the end of that sale. I should have gotten those racks they had, the plastic shelving. I have a lot of those in my house. You can probably see there's one there, and there's 2 back there, and there's 1 over there. But yeah, those are always nice to come by when you can get organization stuff. But yeah, that's it for garage sale stop number 1.
This is garage sale stop number 2, La Crusade teapot, and then 3 digital cameras, which are very good if they work. This was a garage sale. They didn't have much stuff, but I still decided to stop. I went to an estate sale not too far away, and this was also on my map, so I just stopped by. I didn't realize they didn't open until I got there right when they opened, so pretty convenient to get there right when they open whenever I'm not even planning to. But I did get some decent items at this sale, continuing the good finds for the video. So I'm going to talk in the summary what exactly I found and how much they're worth, assuming they actually work. Some of these I don't have ways to test them, but yeah, bunch of clothing and other stuff. Just happened to have some random digital cameras. Here's a summary.
So garage sale stop number 2 was also really good. The first thing I saw was this La Crusade teapot. I got it. I bought it. I think I paid like $4 or $5 for this thing. You can see it says La Crusade right there. But whenever I got into the car, I decided stupidly to do this, and then the water poured out on me. I don't think it was tea or anything, but the water poured out on me. It's in decent condition. I think it is missing a piece. I think there's something broken off maybe right here, or maybe there's no T-spout. There's something that was missing on this, which is why I haven't listed it yet. Technically, none of the items from this garage sale are listed yet. This camera right here is Canon ELPH100HS. Throw the comps up right here, working, it sells for like $130 to $150. Even in parts only, there were sales of around $70 to $80. So thing is, this didn't come with a charger or anything, so I need to acquire a charger. Or maybe if I can find if I have a Canon camera currently in my inventory, I can try and find the charger and test the charger. And then I also got 2 more cameras. These are both Fujifilm Z5FD or something like that is the model number. Throw the comps up right there for these, or right up there, I guess. I only need to throw up one side. These sell for around $70 to $80 each, if they work. And again, I have to find whatever kind of unfortunately, these cameras are not like AA or AAA batteries, which I kind of like cameras that have that because it's easier to test them because you can just put the batteries in and then figure out if they work or not. I don't even remember where the battery pack is for this one, but yeah, I got to figure that out before. But even if for $5, I think these cameras were like $3 or $5 each, somewhere in that range. But yeah, I was one of the first people there at that sale. Luckily, I beat my competition that day. That was a sale started at like 9, and it said firm doesn't start till 9, so I was able to get there and get some really good stuff. Those are two really good sales started out. So let's see if that continues with the next sale.
Here's another garage sale. I'll pick up some little figurines. These are Chef. Not sure exactly what the brand was, but I picked all those little guys up. They were asking like 50 cents to $1 each. I did lot them all up together. I'll talk about this in the summary a little bit more, but they weren't worth as much as I thought they were going to be. I'm going to keep showing y'all the rest of the stuff at this sale. I guess I carry those around for a little while. I think they actually did put them behind the counter for me eventually. Or no, yeah, there we go. I set them there for safekeepings, and then I keep looking. I do buy like 3 or 4 pieces of clothing at this sale. I'm not sure if any of them have sold yet, but I do think I have them listed. One was like a really cool Mickey sweater. I think I got some LSU stuff as well. There's a bunch of stuff like that there. I don't have the knowledge to know what kind of stuff like that is valuable or not without looking and seeing the brands. But they had a bunch of clothing. They were all on different racks. A TV $50 is not a good sign usually. But those clothing, you see they have bricks there holding them in. Those weren't very stable, and it was very windy. You could see that all the wind blowing, everything kept falling over. So they were getting frustrated with all the stuff that was falling over. I think this was a sale. This was the first day of the sale, but it was later on in the day. So I did debate picking up the jeans, but I don't know what Levi are worth what usually. So if I get them in a storage unit, I'll look them up and sell them. But usually if it's jeans, I'll look for like True Religion or some brand like that that's in general sells for pretty good. There's a bunch of shoes too. Shoes were overpriced, if I remember correctly. Paintings, I rarely pick pictures up like that because most of them just aren't worth it. And yeah, here is the summary of what those little figurines are worth, per se. I still don't think I've actually listed them yet, but one day I'll get around to listing those things. And there's the LSU sweater I was talking about as well. But yeah, here's the summary of what those might be worth.
So garage sale slot number 3, I picked up a couple items. I think I really only showed the chefs. Those aren't really that great. I thought, based on something I was looking at on Google Lens, they were going to be worth a decent amount of money. But I think I have them listed for like $50, somewhere in that range. But they're really not worth it. I mean, I only paid 50 cents on each one, so for that, you can't really lose money. But they weren't as good as I thought they were going to be. And then I also got some clothing items. I think I picked up the LSU sweater. I picked up a Mickey sweater. I'm going to throw that comp up here if I remember to. It hadn't sold yet, but it's listed. It's at least listed. That day was so windy, everything was falling over. You saw they had the bricks on the clothing racks because everything kept falling over. It was a slanted driveway as well, so that's why it kept falling over as well. But that one I got to pretty late. I'm sure there was some decent stuff there. She had a lot of, or they're actually, their friend wasn't, they were selling it for their friend who wasn't there, but I did find some decent clothing items. So on to the next sale.
As I'll talk about in the summary, this was up in North Carolina. Whenever I was up there for my grandma's birthday, 100th birthday, went sourcing on Saturday, I think it was, and I was up there Friday or Saturday, one of those two. I picked up some Sega Genesis games. This was like the second sale I went to that day, I think, second or third sale I went to. So they still had them. Actually, I think they hadn't brought them out yet. I think the guy asked, is anything you look for especially? And I said, well, video games, stuffed animals, hats. That's usually my spiel of the 3 things I kind of look for. But yeah, got some video games. Here's a summary of what they're worth.
This was when I was up in North Carolina, probably about a month ago for my grandma's 100th birthday. Actually, that was May 19th, so more than a month ago. I actually found Sega Genesis games in Arkansas and North Carolina, so it was really strange to find both of those. But let's go through those games. Y'all probably saw some of them sitting there. First up was Sonic 2. Well, not the first one y'all saw, but Sonic 2 is the first one I'm going to show. These are all the low ones. I probably shouldn't have bought these. I paid $3 each for these games. I didn't even look them up at the sale. I just said, how much do you want for each game? He said $3. And that's what I agreed to. I did leave like the sports games that were Sega Genesis, but I did pick up this one, Sonic 2. There's no barcode, so I actually had to look it up myself. The manual's in pretty sad shape, and unfortunately I do not have a way to test these games, so I have not listed any of these yet. I'm not sure. Would you list them as untested and just go with that? I'd rather be able to test them and make sure they work. I'm not confident this one's going to work. It's just by itself, not for resale. Now, you can clean these. I need to try to do that. I have some really good N64 games that don't work, and I think if I can clean the pins, if you can see the pins in there, you clean those, and usually the games will work if you clean them. But all these games are probably where I have this one listed still. I've had this one listed forever and hadn't sold, so I don't know why I bought it again, but it was worth the price. It was probably sells for 25 to 30. It just takes a while to sell. And then the Animaniac wasn't worth very much either. So all these were under 10, probably 10 to $15 range, maybe a little bit less for the one that doesn't even have a box with it. But Sonic 3 is probably $15 to $20 for this one. Sonic 3 Hedgehog does have the box and the manual. The box is paper. It's not a hard case clamshell style. Bubsy 2 clearance down to $19.97. At one point at KB, it was $59.99 at first, and then KB. But this is the game, Bubsy 2, Sega Genesis game. It looks a little bit bigger than the other games. It's bigger than this one. I'm not sure why, but I think they're both Sega Genesis games. Maybe not. I don't know. Bubsy 2 Arcade Accolade. I don't know. Maybe I'm not looking at that right, but it says Sega Genesis right there. So, I don't know that much about that style video game, obviously. Little Mermaid, Ariel, Little Mermaid, that one's selling for $20 to $25. All these are $20 to $25 range. Bugs Bunny in Bubble Trouble. And then Tiny Toon was worth, I think, $25 to $30 as well. The best game, if y'all saw it, the first one I actually showed y'all, this Gain Ground, Sega Genesis game. Based on the comps, y'all are going to see right there, it can sell for over $100, maybe closer to $150 for this complete inbox, which this game is complete inbox. That's the game Gain Ground, that's the manual, and this is the box. So that's another reason why I want to get, if you have a Sega Genesis that works, and you live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, let me know so I can test my game out. But yeah, I need to find one of those at a yard sale. Unfortunately, I didn't see the console. He didn't have the console at the yard sale, but I was able to get the games, so it's a win, I would say. On to the next sale.
Here's another garage sale. You'll see the sandbags there. Random thing to have at a garage sale. They weren't for sale, obviously, but they must have flooding in this area sometimes. This is Lake Sherwood in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This was this. I'll talk about this in the summary, so I'm kind of repeating myself sometimes here, but this was like the second day of this garage sale, second weekend of it as well. And I got some really good stuff. I should probably picked up that Santa. I think I looked him up and he wasn't selling for too much, or maybe he just didn't work. There was a reason why I didn't pick him up. I don't remember for sure. Golf bag. I'm not paying 16. Is that what it said? I haven't sold. I have a couple that I haven't sold yet, so I'm not gonna pick it up. I do pick up the VTech phone, the Alert Master, that black and white television, and that AT&T phones as well. So those are my 4 items to pick up. I already sold one of them and made my money back. I think I paid $50 for all 4. And this is stuff as well that John Southern Exposure, will talk about him a little bit. He had for sale. I do see him after I'm done filming this, but yeah, did find some decent items. Not bad for 10 o'clock on a Saturday. I think this is when I found it. Just randomly. All those 4 items were also new in the packaging, so it's hard to beat new in the packaging. I love to pick it up. Here's what they're worth.
So this was a neighborhood sale that I missed the weekend before because I did my own garage sale, but they decided to do it the next weekend as well. This is where I actually met John Southern Exposure. He does cooking with Louisiana style cooking, but he also likes to do yard sales and stuff like that. I don't think he actually goes out and sells the stuff that he gets, but he likes, and he was actually at the sale because his friend was having the yard sale, so he put some of his stuff there to try and get rid of it. But I did pick up 4 items. Y'all saw that black and white TV. It's not really worth. I paid $50 for all 4 of these items. I already sold the Alert Master or Ameriphone, whatever that thing was. These were all new in the packaging. This isn't it, but I already sold it for $71. I'll throw it up right there on Mercari. First time buyer on Mercari. I like first time buyers on Mercari. They rated right after they got it. Easy peasy. This 2350 VTech phones, they are new in the packaging. Never been opened, never been used. I couldn't find one on eBay, but I did see, whenever I Google Lens this, I just Google Lens it, there was one listed for like $50. So get some money out of that. I might look on Worthpoint and Terapeak just to make sure I don't see any other sold listings. The only new one of this AT&T thing, I did look it up on Amazon, thought about selling it there, but the rank wasn't very good on Amazon. But there are some sales of this on eBay, all used. So the only new listing is for $76. So pretty good. I mean, I'll take that. On the last day of the sale, that was probably at 10 a.m. It was scorching hot. Right now, as I'm recording this, it's like feels like 111, 112 degrees outside. I ran into the post office. Whew, that's hot outside. I'd rather be inside. I can't wait to see my bill this month for the AC, but I'd rather be inside. So let's go on to the next sale.
Here's the next garage sale. This one wasn't that great. I did find a couple items. Y'all can see some decent stuff there probably. Not the tree holder, but the disc golf disc. I found these. They were asking $1 each on them, so I did pick them up. Whether it's for me to use myself or to try and sell them, I'm sure they would sell in a lot, like beginner disc golf lot. None of those discs are anything great. They're usually the ones you get like at Academy or Dick's whenever you're just starting out. I do look at the blankets. They were asking like $2 or $3. I didn't. That's Bass Pro Shops brand. The other brands I saw just weren't anything that I recognize as something that's great. There are certain ones that are very good. Beardelac or something like that. I don't know how you say that brand. Something like that. Pendleton has some good ones as well, and there's some other brands, obviously. But those are the ones I could think of right off the bat. I don't know why I was looking at that book. I guess because I've sold books for really good money recently. I still look at some, just hoping to find gold. But yeah, that's what I found at this sale. Not too great, but it's at least something to show y'all and make y'all aware of disc golf discs. Some of them can be very good. I'll discuss what plastic is the best plastic in the summary. But if you can find them for $1, I would say it's worth picking it up, even if you're not gonna sell them. Just give them to your grandkids or kids or whoever. It's a good physical sport to play. Here's the summary.
So at this sale, I picked up 4 Frisbee golf discs. If y'all know Frisbee golf, I've talked about it a little bit on my channel before. Disc golf is what it's called, or disc golf, and then real golf is called ball golf. This is called disc golf or Frisbee golf. Valkyrie Innova Birdie, the LS Polaris long straight driver, and then this one is a Innova Aviar putter. So 2 of these are putters. I might try these out for myself if I decide to list them. I don't know. They're not worth very much, but I got them at the sale. Some of these can be worth some money. It just depends. There's certain plastics to go with a disc golf. These are just the basic ones. There's also a Star. There's a Champion is the best plastic you can get. So if you see a Champion disc golf, you should probably pick it up if it's $1 or $2 at a yard sale. And even if it's not, still pick them up. I mean, and try it out yourself. It's a really fun way to do a sport, and it didn't cost much money. Usually, if you get the disc for $1, it only costs you $1. It doesn't cost anything to go play the course, usually. Some disc golf places do charge, and those are the really nice courses that you would probably be worth the money to actually pay to go play disc golf. But I have a free course around me that I like to go play at whenever it's not too hot outside. So yeah, I mean, if I had to put a guesstimate on these usually cost me like $7 or $8 at Academy. You can buy them at Academy or Dick's Sporting Goods. But yeah, probably $30 for, if I tried to sell 4 of these, maybe I could get $30, $35 for them. Let's go on to the last sale.
This is the last sale for this video. Find some plush, a hat, and some other stuff as well. I'll show you the plush and the hat here. I do pick up another bag. The Rainbow Bright Sprite, if you've watched my videos, you've seen that sell already. Pick up this backpack. It wasn't what I thought it was. The Coach bag, I'll discuss that in a second. Somebody had already looked at it and said it was fake, so I think they were only asking for $1, so maybe I could have picked it up anyways, but I don't want to deal with fake items. I don't know. I guess I would sell that at a yard sale or something and just disclose that it's fake. Assuming I know it's fake, which a lot of times I don't know how to tell if a bag is fake or not, obviously, but I actually looked at the shoes as well. It was a church sale, this one was, but it wasn't that great of a church sale. I do pick up, like I said, several items. I'm going to show you all some items I probably should have picked up, but I passed on just because I don't want more big items right now. But in a second, I'm going to show you the discussion between me and the lady. She tells me that the Coach bag is actually fake. Here is where she talks to me about that.
Huh? Yeah.
That black one is fake.
Okay.
Yeah, just let you know if you want to
figured.
resell. Yeah, I resell purses, so
Yeah.
and I buy them
Okay.
from the real people. And I was gonna look at it, I was like, yeah, it doesn't have a serial number. So just in case.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna be like, you know how when you
Yeah.
buy stuff. So.
Thank you.
You welcome.
So as y'all heard her tell me there, that Coach bag is actually fake. So I do put that back. I don't feel like dealing with a fake Coach bag. You should not sell that on eBay, obviously. That'll get your account banned pretty quickly if I had to guess. I'm not going to risk it. Here's the toys they had. I did pick up a couple. Like I said, the Rainbow Bright Sprite, those little plush on the left, I probably should have picked those up. I'm not sure what exact brand they were. When I Google Lens, that it didn't give me anything. Here's the summary.
This is the last sale. This was a church sale I went to like 2 weeks ago, so we're getting closer and closer to being up to date. I still got to do the Oklahoma vlog, where I went over there whenever I was up in Arkansas. I still got to do that one. That might be the next one. Maybe I'll do a storage unit next. I don't know. Do y'all want a storage unit or do y'all want a garage sale video next? let me know in the comments down below if you get this far in the video, because this is like the end of the video. One item from here has sold, the Rainbow Bright Sprite Bank, sold for like 20 bucks, I think, somewhere in that range, maybe plus shipping. I don't remember for sure. The plush was kind of cool. It was only 25 cents. I don't remember the exact brand, but it sells for like 50 bucks, I think. I did not buy the Coach purse because the lady told me it was inauthentic. Y'all kind of heard the audio of that, I think, in the voiceover. But yeah, that's it for this video. I did pick up that other Army National Guard bag. I'm not sure it's gonna be worth anything, and they were only $1, so I picked it up. But I thought it might have some, might be a decent bag, cause it's like a military bag, but I think they just put that on there, and I don't think it's really worth much. But that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like. Comment with your favorite garage sale I went to. Mine's probably gonna be the first one with those cameras, because if I can get, it's, in theory, it's easy to test these if I can get the correct charger for them. So, and also got the La Crusade as well. So yeah, that's it for this video. Like I said, leave a comment. Thanks for watching.